Hi, welcome to T-Minus Retirement, the podcast where we help launch your retirement into orbit. I'm Jay Cole.
My name's Dustin Watts.
Today we're going to be talking about free money.
And what we actually mean by that is some areas that you might be leaving a little bit of money and a little excess return on the table. So Jay, why don't you start us off with a conversation you've had with a client about some area, the biggest area I would say clients are maybe missing out on a little bit of extra cash.
Yeah, so this is going to be pretty much affecting almost anyone, but essentially that's just not taking advantage of your employer's matching program with their 401k.
Right.
So what I mean by that is, let's say your employer will match 100% up to a certain amount of percentage from your contribution. So let's say that their max is 5%. Well, if you're only maxing 4%, then they're just going to match up to 4% and that's it.
Right.
Whereas if you decided to go the full 5% at least, well, then you're going to get your employer's full 100% contribution that they would want to give to you.
Well, and we'll put a chart up on the screen, but really the biggest component to that is not only are you getting, first of all, you're getting 100% return on your money, right? If you put in $1 and your employer puts in $1, that's 100% that you didn't have to put in right off the bat. But that compounding over 10, 20, 30 years, let's just say, is huge and something you don't want to pass up. I always come across, a client that's right at that area of maybe not fully maxing it out or getting that match. And they always ask, well, should I be matching? And I'm like, of course. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's just complete free money you're leaving on the table that you're missing out on. And we definitely don't want to miss out on a gift like that.
No, I always recommend to anyone I talk to really that has a 401k, if they offer a match, you should at least to the minimum contribute to what that match is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's definitely important.
So another kind of component of that is really just the tax deferred growth of all of the funds that are in like a 401k or that are going into that account. Is not only is your contribution now being invested, your employer's component of that is being invested. So you have 100% return from both of those contributions, but now you're going to invest that into a mutual fund, let's say like in the S&P 500. Now you have kind of double the money working for you, compounding over time. And I think a lot of people are surprised about how much they're able to save up when they're really taking advantage of not only contributions, employer contributions, and market growth.
Yeah, and kind of to piggyback off that too, another area, this is more so of accounts outside of 401ks, but another area is having investments that pay dividends.
Yeah.
So essentially, dividends are rewarding you for holding a certain stock or a certain fund or ETF, and over time, if that's 1%, 2%, 3%, even higher, that's just extra free money you're getting into that account. You could use it for however you want. You could have it reinvested into the account and essentially turbocharge the growth of it. But that's another area too that a lot of people kind of overlook.
Well, and that's something I always suggest if a client wants to take advantage of dividend stocks, dividend paying funds, but also wants to see their account, more growth oriented. It's just pump those dividends right back into your portfolio. You're going to be buying, let's just say every quarter, a lot of dividends are paid quarterly. You're going to be buying more of those shares every quarter, no matter what's going on in the market. So a really nice way to just average either up or down. And in markets where maybe the market has a correction in a quarter, maybe it's down 10%. Well, you just bought with that dividend 10% discount on your fund. Then over some time, that'll go back up and the account will appreciate a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I like to explain it's kind of similar to how a 401k works with just your monthly contributions, or in this case, quarterly dividend payouts. It's kind of the same principle.
Yeah. And I would want to challenge everybody, and this is something that, I think makes a lot of sense, is once let's say you are contributing to your 401k at the maximum employer match contribution level, let's say it's 5%. Don't let that be the place that you stop if you can afford to contribute more. And I would challenge you to maybe each year, maybe you bump it up 1%. You know, you kind of get used to living on that check of, you know, whatever it is after your contributions. You get some raises over the years. You gradually increase that contribution. You won't even really notice it in your monthly budget, yet you're going to be contributing more and more and more to your 401k. It's all tax deferred. It's going to help you a little bit out come tax time, but ultimately help you save more come retirement.
Yeah. And as always, we always like to recommend, please consult your current advisor to see if these things are right for you.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. But we hope that helps explain a little bit about some areas that you might be leaving some free money on the table. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.